What? I didn't forget.
Wow. Almost 3 years ago is when I uploaded my first video on this channel, a review of Spyro the Dragon. Man, I still remember this too. I was either a sophomore or junior in high school if I recall correctly. I remember wanting to do a Spyro marathon, starting with Spyro 1 and then jumping my way right back into Spyro 2. And look what happened. I'm not entirely sure why it took me so long to get to this game. Regardless, here we are now. I feel much more confident looking at Spyro now than I did back then. I have a more updated style for my channel and my opinions change as I grow older. So, let's see where this takes us. So, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer for the UK, for whatever reason. I have a lot of memories about this one. This was the first game I'd ever hacked as a kid. I had a Game Shark which lets you mess with the code to get infinite lives or moon jump or shit like that. I still have mine actually, I should do a video on it sometime. I need an upscaler first because this son of a bitch doesn't work on PS2 or PS3, but we're not here to hack a game. Let's take a look at Spyro 2. Just a heads up, I'm going to be playing the version that was released on the PlayStation Network since my copy's scratched up as fuck. If you can, try to play this game on an actual disc. This version has a lot of random slowdown on the PS3. Here's an example. Listen to how slow Elora sounds.
Spyro, Ripto's still alive, and he's locked us out of the castle. Even worse, he's stolen our new power crystal for the super portal.
Spyro 2 takes place, what looks to be, a few years or so after the first game. Spyro is now a teenage dragon who looks like he's put on some weight there, look at those cheeks. He's also rocking some voice work by Tom Kenny. Nice choice, Insomniac. Spyro and Sparks are bummed that it's been constantly raining and he feels they deserve a vacation on a nice sunny beach in Dragon Shores. Meanwhile, in the city of Townsville, Elora, Hunter, and the Professor are currently trying to catch a dragon. Spyro pops out pretty confused. While everyone's getting settled and Hunter slowly catches up with the rest of the world,
You're a dragon?
the portal is suddenly blown to bits by Ripto, a stone-cold jackass with a hate for dragons.
I hate dragons! Gah!
Elora then gives Spyro a magic guidebook on the world of Avalar. After clearing out Glimmer, Spyro enters the first homeworld of Avalar known as Summer Forest. Spyro explains that he got a talisman from the Gym Cutters and...
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Hey man. Oh, hey man. I just thought you could use this. Oh, thanks man, I've been looking for this. I'm glad you like it.
Elora tells us that there are 14 talismans, and they are all magical in some way or another, I guess, and that they can be used to defeat Ripto. She goes on to tell Spyro that he can't go to Dragon Shores right now until Ripto is defeated, effectively kidnapping him until he helps out. So, there you have it folks. Go to each world, grab a talisman, and come back and beat Ripto. But it's not as simple as that. Once you get all 14 talismans, Ripto escapes into a third homeworld and locks himself behind a door. I really like how simple and fun these plots are. They don't attempt to make anything overly complicated, it's extremely simple, and they set up a colorful cast of characters along with a big open world. You grow to really enjoy seeing these characters, especially Hunter and some of the shit he does.
Hunter, do something! Quick!
Hey, give that back! Well, I tried.
Given that you're in a completely different world, your little team is always there to help you get around and teach you the basics of what to do.
See if you can get up this first step.
Of course I can make it past a step. So, looking back at my old review, I see that I kinda forgot to talk about gameplay in Spyro 1, so let me fill you in real quick. Pressing square will allow Spyro to charge forward, making an effective attack and a faster way to travel. It's a lot tighter to control as compared to Spyro 1. In Spyro 1, you had some kind of drifting to it if you made some sharp turns. Pressing circle will allow you to use your fire breath, which actually has good range. Double tapping X will allow him to glide, which has been altered here too. In Spyro 1, gliding was kinda awkward because Spyro would shift down a little at the start of a glide, so sometimes you'd end up missing your destination and falling. Here, you now glide directly from where you were, and now you're given the ability to hover. Pressing triangle will allow Spyro to flutter his wings and get a tiny boost in the air to make hard to reach ledges. This is really handy when it comes to platforming. But your arsenal doesn't stop there. You actually gain new abilities. See, throughout the game you'll be collecting gems. These are more than just collectibles like they were in the first game. Here, they're also currency. You spend your gems on this asshat right here, Moneybags. You will run into Moneybags a lot throughout your playtime. He'll have access to multiple levels blocked off, have levels disabled entirely, and he's even in levels to make you pay to keep playing the damn stage. Fuck you, Moneybags.
Sure. Let's go. Yeah. I'm driving.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm afraid you're not going anywhere without the right amount of gems.
Let's go. What's that about? I don't know.
Oh, shit! Oh, no, no, no. You're not going anywhere without gems.
Alright, dude, just call an Uber. Alright. You can't, yeah. He's stationed outside of our house.
Alright. Hey, could you, give us a ride to the mall?
Of course I can. For the right amount of gems.
Let's just walk there.
Yeah.
Let's just walk there.
Yeah, man.
You been to Modern Man yet?
Oh, no, I haven't. I know you're
Hello, boys. Do you have those gems for me?
What's Pete? Yeah, sure. What do you want to eat?
But the moves he gives you are very, very useful. The first one he will teach you is how to swim underwater. In the first game, Spyro would immediately drown if he touched water. Now Spyro can go underwater and also not have to worry about an air meter. You can even charge underwater. This is awesome. The next thing he'll teach you how to do is climb up certain walls. And finally, you'll learn how to do the head bash. Think of it as like the belly flop from Crash, except it's even more situational here. With all these abilities, you can now go back to old levels and get to areas you couldn't get to before and finish them 100%. Spyro also has a double jump. Well, not really, but that's what we call it. See, there's a glitch in Spyro 2 that lets Spyro get a big boost in the air. If you stand still, jump, and then press square right after, Spyro will get a little mid-air hop. This can be used to break the game by getting to areas early or even skipping Moneybags. Yeah, eat shit, nerd! I've been playing this game for years, so I know a lot of the skips like this. Like in the very first level, you need to come back when you've learned how to climb in order to finish this level. But I can just jump up there. Spyro 2 also has its variety of power-ups. Every time you defeat an enemy in a level, a little spirit orb will fly its way to the power-up. You need a certain amount of enemies defeated before you can use that power-up. You've got your Super Fly power-up, your Super Flame power-up, Spring, Invincibility, Supercharge, and a Combo power-up. These are used for the side missions. In each level, you're not only collecting the talisman and all the gems, you're also collecting orbs. Orbs are given to you for completing various missions for other characters, and that's what some of these power-ups are used for. Some of these missions are cute and fun. One of my favorites is the mission where you have to help the professor get his pencil back, and it just becomes this thing of you giving everyone their stuff back until you get the pencil. Another one of my personal favorites is the mission where you and Hunter just play a game of seeing who can catch the most of this green popcorn crystal stuff. But missions like the dinosaur eggs, the Calyx, and the hockey match can fucking blow me. See this person? This is Little Bo Peep, and they've lost their Calyx. It's your job to find these little bastards and bring them back to the kennel. Alright, there you go, now give me the orb and fuck, there's more? God damn it, alright. There's your goddamn Calyx. Give me the orb, thank you. Oops! Oh no, they're escaping! Oh no, whatever will I do? I don't know what's happening! You'll have access to these levels in your homeworld. There are 3 total in Spyro 2. Summer Forest, Autumn Plains, and Winter Tundra. Think of these as a safe place after finishing a level. Each homeworld has gems and orbs for you to collect, but you don't have to do missions. All you have to do is explore, and I really like that design. In Spyro 1, it was cool that each homeworld was its own level, with gems, dragons, and enemies. But I like the idea of having to explore a safe place more. Each homeworld has every level you'll need to finish to get to the boss. Boss fights can be entered by falling down a big hole. There are only 3 boss fights in total though, which is kind of a letdown, but hey, the boss fights in Spyro 1 were pretty bad, so these are a step up. These boss fights aren't that hard. The only one that actually gave me a hard time was the final boss, which is my favorite out of the bunch. Besides the regular levels, you'll also have access to the Speedway levels. These are levels where Spyro can fly and supercharge, and your goal is to fly through or defeat a certain amount of objects within a time limit. After you've done that, you have to go find the hidden character that'll give you an orb challenge. These are harmless and fun and pretty easy. All of them involve helping Hunter do something, whether it be stopping bandits with stolen cash or helping him shoot balloons. As for the presentation, Spyro 2 still looks pretty good for a PS1 game. Besides the graphics being a PS1 game, nothing really looks or feels outdated. One thing you'll love playing through Spyro 2 are all the characters you meet. Each level has a good chunk of new characters for you to interact with. You usually enter a level while they're in a lot of trouble, so you help them out and that's how they end up giving you the talisman. But Spyro doesn't really look too happy about it. Look at that face. He looks like that the entire game. I mean, if I was on vacation and got forced to do shit, I'd be pissed off too. It's also cool how some of these levels tie into each other. In Breeze Harbor, these landlubber assholes keep putting out the fires these bird guys need to keep their ships going. Then when you go to Zephyr, you see the landlubber guys are at war with the bird guys. You help both sides, but the landlubbers are the real assholes. I'm Team Breeze all the way. What really helps give these levels identity besides the visuals is the music. Stuart Copeland nailed it again with the soundtrack for Spyro 2. I recommend giving it a listen if you haven't already heard this goodness. Once you help all the people and get enough orbs, you're finally allowed to have a one-on-one with Ripto. I gotta say, I love how Spyro is such a cocky little shit when he's talking to Ripto, and I love Ripto's voice actor. With a role like this, he can really ham it up.
Hey, Shorty. Maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still, I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate!
The boss fight is pretty fun. You gotta avoid his fireballs while Hunter throws down colored orbs. You gotta collect 3 of them in order to power up and hurt Ripto. But you gotta be quick because Ripto can also collect them. After his first phase, he spawns the second boss again, Gulp. Then you take to the skies and have an air battle with fireballs. Man, this shit is cool! After you deliver the final blow and Ripto dies, shut up, he dies, that didn't happen, he never came back, he's dead. Spyro gets a kiss, Hunter sits on Moneybags, and Spyro finally gets to go to Dragon Shores. Now, you're not allowed to get into Dragon Shores unless you collect every gem and orb in the game. But if you know what you're doing and you play your cards right, you'll have everything before the final boss. Dragon Shores is a fun little bonus level. You get to go on a roller coaster, shoot targets with your fireballs, dunk big characters into water, and take a ride on the Tunnel of Love. Once you've collected 10 tokens, you unlock the theater room where you can watch any of the cutscenes in the game. That's pretty cool. But the coolest part is when you unlock a permanent power-up. The permanent Super Flame power-up. Do I think it's worth it? Yes! For one specific reason.
Hey, shit, hockey player! What's that? You want the hockey puck?
So what should you do? Shelve it or trash it? Well, Spyro 2 was a great sequel. Everything that worked well in the first game was tweaked to be even better, and even more stuff was added into it. Levels are more lively, with more characters to interact with and help out. Enemy variety is increased, there's more power-ups, the music is great, and the payoff is well worth it. I don't think any more needs to be said. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage gets top shelf.
Gems!